Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well. So thank you for coming back and joining me for another royal news video. So before I start on with the royal news, I've got to show you where we stayed at the weekend. You guys know that me and my husband go away occasionally. A little cheeky weekender here and there, where we went to a place called Ivy Bridge in Devon, and this was the Airbnb that we stayed in. So it starts off, you know, it's cool, it's funky, it's a chateau that has been built from ruins, but the spectacular feature is not what you are seeing now. It is when you walk outside. You are right beneath this absolutely stunning viaduct. You can hear the trains going over, but obviously it's so high up, it's not anything that would affect you sleeping or anything. It's beautiful. Plus the surrounding areas of streams and flowers and forests. Wow, it was a slice of paradise. So I just wanted to show that place to you guys. I mean, I love that area of the world and it's just so beautiful in springtime, but then so is Sussex. Now this is the perfect time to bring up Catherine and William's new video that they have released. Yesterday, the Prince and Princess of Wales released a very beautiful new video titled Mother Nature, and it's the start of a new series. A video will be released each season in celebration of the untamed beauty of the UK. The video is absolutely stunning. I compared it to a David Attenborough show, which I love watching in my free time. The full video lasts 3 minutes, and for those of you that love the UK, honestly, I recommend that you watch it. Catherine narrates over the video and she has an incredibly soothing voice. She should really get herself involved with some audiobooks. I'd certainly pay to listen to her voice as I was relaxing. Now the video was filmed by talented filmmaker Will Waugh, and it shows the Prince and Princess taking in some of the incredible scenery when they visited the Isle of Mull earlier in the month, which just happened to land on their 14th wedding anniversary. The video ends with Catherine saying, "Spring is here, so let's make the most of it together." Well, I couldn't agree with her more. The video was released in conjunction with the start of Mental Health Awareness Week, and both the Prince and Princess are big advocates of being outside in nature as a way to improve not just our mental health, our mental well-being, but our health in general. And Catherine has long since praised nature in helping in her recovery from cancer and calls it her sanctuary. The moments captured between the couple were rather lovely and special as well. You didn't feel like you were intruding for a start. Most couples, like Prince William and Catherine, they don't need to prove their love for each other to the world because it's just quite clearly there for the world to see. It's very clear just by the glances and the touches that we see between our favourite royal couple that there's just an incredible amount of love, respect and admiration. But as for Catherine and William's Royal Foundation teaming up with David Attenborough across many projects, and also of course the Earthshot Prize being created, it's a truly wonderful extension of Sir David's work in educating the world on the wonder and beauty of the planet in which we live and why it needs protecting. What's so amazing is the fact that Catherine and William have this unparalleled platform, and working alongside David Attenborough now, like I said, with the Earthshot Prize, with all of the other initiatives and organisations that they are involved with conservation, with trying to save the planet. I'm talking about actually cleaning up the mess we as humans have created. And I think that because of their platform and because of their love for nature, I think that they will be able to continue pushing David Attenborough's message for many years to come, ensuring that the children of the next generation are educated on the incredible wonders of this planet. It amazes me all the time, like I said, just going down to a different part of the country in the UK, let alone abroad, and why it's so incredibly important that we all do our bit to make sure that it lasts that little bit bit longer. Mother Nature is an incredible force and we haven't treated her very nicely. So I love the fact that Catherine has released the start of these new videos, which I will look forward to as the seasons change. Now, whilst we're on the subject of Mother Nature, you remember last week the video where I discussed that the Royal Horticultural Society, they've made a new rose. They've called it the Catherine's Rose. It's any proceeds for the sales will go towards the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well, of course, Meghan manages to find a bit of footage of her doing one of her terrible floral arrangements, and guess what the flower of choice was? Yes, with her crazy well and truly shining right on through again with that manic grin of hers. Apparently the footage is old because Guy the Beagle that passed away at some point late last year features in it. But to me that makes it even worse because clearly it means after Catherine's rose was launched, Meghan must have trawled through her iCloud frantically searching for a video featuring her chopping up roses. She is completely obsessed, and even when this video was released, within a matter of hours, Meghan releases her own photograph of her with her head in a bush, getting up to Lord knows what, but apparently she's working on something now for as ever, which she also teased in the video of her hacking up roses and butchering another floral design. Apparently she's cooking up something in that big old cauldron. I'm sure she is. It was Mother's Day in the US, so of course Meghan was going to release a photograph of telling the world what an amazing mother that she is, and she didn't disappoint. No, Harry didn't post a photograph of his wife, my love. No, the children weren't allowed to do any pictures or drawings or anything they might have done at creche or at school or with the nanny that we know that Meghan has full-time because she slipped up on the podcast. But here she is with her children hanging off of her like she is a jungle gym, talking about juggling motherhood. You've got a full-time nanny, gardeners, no doubt a chef. You've got a continuous stream of people all around you that even answer your emails. I don't think Meghan understands the term juggling motherhood. Now, I try to stay away from conversations to do with the children, mainly because I know that Meghan is deliberately stirring up controversy. There's way too many photoshopping errors and things that she does. I think it's deliberate. She wants people to discuss these photos at length. And I also don't like the way some people talk about the children. I mean, everybody can have their own theories, which is fine, but when I see nasty things written about these kids, it's upsetting and I don't like it, so I don't want to encourage it. These are children. These are children that exist in the world, and I don't think nice, nasty things being written about children is ever okay, no matter what you think of the parents. But as for Meghan, she's constantly posting pictures of the children, and I think that she is deliberately setting a trap because she uses Photoshop and she leaves these really weird Photoshop edits which are obvious to even the untrained eye that something just is not right when it comes to the images of the kids. Take their hair colour, for example. One minute the children have bright red hair. Then they have dark blonde hair. Then they have dark auburn hair. Bright, almost luminous orange we saw more recently as they were picking roses with their mummy in the garden. Now we have Archie looking like he's got dark brown hair as well. Then, of course, you've got the ever-changing size of the children. This was one of my favourite memes. Yes, this should be a Nancy Drew investigation. And when I think back to the amount of controversy that was directed at the Princess of Wales and the Prince of Wales over this, because they tidied up their children, because they readjusted a zip, because Louis was fidgeting so they got his hand to stay in one position, you know, trying to get 3 children to open their eyes and to smile for the nicest photograph is like trying to herd cats. But of course, Catherine, I mean, she was crucified for this. It was one of the worst things. I mean, I still remember that some newspapers employed the services of crime scene investigator analysts. People that are employed by the police when murders have taken place that take apart photographs pixel by pixel over a Mother's Day photograph. But they zip over anything to do with Harry and Meghan's children. There is an elephant in the room, and it is not just Archie's big toe. The ever-changing sizes of the children and the fact that Harry and Meghan are always carrying them is becoming rather bizarre. Only a few weeks ago, we saw little Lily helping her mum and friends making cookies for the Drew Barrymore show. She was stood on a stool because she was so tiny. Now here she has legs longer than her 6-year-old brother, who doesn't look too different in size from when he was apparently at Frogmore Cottage. What was that, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? Again, with the ever-changing hair colour. Look at Lily's hair colour there. And look at the length of Lily's hair on the back of her neck compared to this photograph that was also taken on the same day by one of their favourite photographers. Nothing adds up when it comes to these kids, but I think Meghan does this on purpose. The fact that Meghan and Harry are using their children in such a way is just beyond ridiculous and hypocritical, whilst they're also simultaneously trying to launch No Child Lost to social media. Harry declaring that no parent should have their children on social media, as his wife posts photographs of their children practically daily. Now, some people have said, well, hang on a minute, Taz, what Harry and Meghan are actually talking about is children having their own social media accounts. It's the same thing. You are still inviting strangers to be able to look at images of your children, which they are not old enough to make those decisions themselves. Don't put the children on the internet at all, because let's be honest, it's pointless. What is the point in showing the backs of your children's heads? Just don't put them on there. Have your private family albums, which a lot of parents do. Why do you feel the need to keep putting them on there? Well, because Meghan's using the children to stay relevant. And it's also part of her new rebranding. Yes, this is rebranding 10,001. This is because Meghan has rebranded herself now as the bestest mummy in the whole wide world, who works the hardest and loves them the mostest. And when they turn 18, they'll have 18,000 emails each proving that point. Even the post that accompanied Meghan's very own Mother's Day photo was about the children worshipping her. The children were climbing, and I'm going to quote here, Mama Mountain, smothering her in kisses. But it's this part is where I know that Meghan is making this all up. She writes, I too love you more than all the stars in the sky, all the raindrops and all the salt on all the French fries in the world. She's pretending that a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old came up with that. Mummy, don't work too hard today. Or Mummy, I love you more than all the salt and all the French fries in the entire world. Your children did not say that. You said that about yourself, to yourself. Meghan has long blogged about her love of the French fry. Magazines have even done articles about how Meghan stays so slim and so healthy, yet her favourite food is the trusty old French fry. I do not believe that those children said anything like that to their mother. Now, speaking of the word mother, it's Mother's Day. As I said, why didn't Harry post a picture of my love being the most amazing mummy that she is in the entire world? That's quite normal, isn't it? Partners generally post gushing posts for their, for their wife, for their girlfriend, for their spouse, the mother of their children. Some people even go all out and they do it on behalf of the kids. People do lots of cute things. They get the kids to make presents and stuff. But no, there was none of that, nor was there a mention on Mother's Day of Meghan's very own mother, Doria. I guess it wasn't a day where Doria's services were required. I can't help but think that perhaps Meghan has had a bit of a falling out with her mother, and I think I can pinpoint the exact moment. It was when Meghan gave her mother a dessert to try, and it was filmed, naturally, by someone in the kitchen to watch Doria's reaction. Her reaction clearly wasn't quick enough for Meghan.
Because once you get to the bottom, it tastes like a banana. Is that a look of joy? I was like, and?
I'm muted.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll tell you when I'm done.
Must be quicker and praise everything that your daughter does, Doria, with an immediate fanfare. As I said, it's odd, isn't it, that Harry didn't post anything, the nanny didn't post anything, the children weren't allowed to create cute little macaroni pictures and all the other little bits and bobs that, you know, we used to give our mums on Mother's Day. There was nothing like that because Meghan is the only person that knew exactly the right amount of sugary, sweet, sickly adoration to post for herself about herself. If you want a job doing properly, you must do it yourself. And nobody loves Meghan quite like Meghan. If she were chocolate, she would honestly eat herself. So guys, on that note, I will be back with you very soon where we will be talking about Catherine, who has made a trip out today in London for a special award. And then we need to talk about Harry, Lost in London, a special edition. So join me very soon for my next video. I will chat to you in the comments and I will see you soon. Take care for now. Bye.